what do you see?
We're preparing to cheer on the superhumans again. Disabled people are told we can do anything we want.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
But even superhumans have basic human needs. For some, the most basic need of all is totally no-go. Going to the loo is a right so fundamental, most people don't give it a second thought. But for the 250,000 people who need hoists and changing benches, it's sometimes a disgusting ordeal. Ceiling hoist campaigner Daniel Baldawi knows the struggle when accessible facilities aren't available. He travelled the UK to meet those who are taking on the fight.
It's our sport. I mean, it's becoming more and more popular in the Paralympics.
It's awesome. There's nothing better than winning.
Boccia is supposed to be one of the most accessible sports, but a lack of accessible toilets makes for uncomfortable competing.
The worst thing is when there's a competition on a sports venue or something.
Yes.
When even the toilets in the venue are not accessible.
If you go to the venue and you can't use the toilet, what happens?
Either sit there and bear it or go home.
I know of a couple of people that have taken tablets that would either stop them from needing the toilet or induce them needing the toilet so that before they go to competition.
I mean, we're in the year 2016. Like everywhere should have access.
We're still talking about issues that, you know, should have been resolved maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. We're still talking about it. And to me, that's rather, it's quite sad that we're still talking about it.
And something needs to be done.
I'm shocked but not surprised about the fact that they had facilities that didn't meet their needs.
But they're not the only ones.
In a NHS hospital is to lay a 7-year-old disabled child on the floor because there is no other facilities.
For disabled children, the lack of hoists and larger changing benches also has grim consequences.
And I just want you to notice there's a hook so I don't have to put my handbag on the floor. But it's absolutely fine to put my daughter on the floor to change her.
No one should have to be changed on the floor because there's no disabled facilities or changing beds.
In Scunthorpe, there's a family who are worried that the lack of properly accessible toilets will leave them stuck at home and isolated.
We like to go out as a family, we like to go out places. Emily May goes horse riding once a week and she goes to Rainbows. She also goes to mainstream school one day a week.
If it doesn't get better, which it sounds to me like it's going to take a long slog to do, what will that mean for Emily May and you and your family and friends?
It means that we're probably not going to be able to go out as much as we would like. It's getting very, very difficult because I can just still get away with changing her on a baby change facility, but that's not going to be something that's going to be able to happen in the long term. Yeah, I like Missy Moo.
Lorna and other campaigners have been urging local authorities, the NHS and big businesses to install truly accessible toilets. But because it's not a legal requirement, many refuse.
It's absolutely disgraceful state of affairs. Nobody seems to really want to put these in. Like this whole section of the disabled community that are actually becoming socially isolated for the lack of a proper disabled toilet that they can use. And I think we will end up being there if things don't change. And that really breaks my heart.
Currently, there are only around 860 public toilet facilities in the UK which meet the gold standard of provision. In Cornwall, one family's really been feeling their absence.
It's got more difficult, and actually just recently he was actually in the bathroom and we were chatting and he did his, do they have a toilet I can use? And I just looked at him and said, sadly not. And he just looked at me and said, why not?
It must impact on you as a family.
It does.
Group.
Do you know where my mother is?
And Adam's reached a point now where sometimes if he knows that we can't stay for the whole session of something, that other people, you know, if his friends are going to stay the whole day and he can't, sometimes he will choose not to go because it's just too upsetting.
Rachel's been asking venues to install toilets with hoists and changing benches, but most say no. However, one place has proved it's neither hard nor expensive to do better. Even in a small space, Cornwall Services has managed to provide a toilet with a hoist and larger changing bench.
How easy was it?
It was really easy. It's a ridiculously cheap amount for what you actually get. It's just over £6,000, which is an absolute drop in the ocean. That's why, again, it was a no-brainer.
You got many people using it.
Well, to be fair, it's really new, so it was only open last Wednesday, but we've had at least 14 people that wouldn't be able to use the facilities.
It's really opened up my eyes today to see people that are so excited about what should be a basic facility, a basic human need.
Yes, I can.
But as the Paralympians prepare for Rio,
Yes, I can.
And the disabled child deadlift champion for North Yorkshire is...
disabled people across the UK are still suffering the indignities of coping with inaccessible toilet facilities.
Try not to think what you're kneeling in there.